Hey everyone, it's Jayson, and these are my top 3 cruise news stories of the week. And on my last story, if you're planning on taking a cruise and you have kids, please have a discussion with them before going on your cruise. It could save their life. Story number 1, and this is 2 sisters have been arrested after a week-long cruise on the MSC Seaside for drug smuggling. What's interesting about this is U.S. Border and Protection officers obviously had a heads up. They did a enforcement operation. They went to their cabin. They had the drug-sniffing dogs. The dogs alerted the officers that there was drugs, and so there was 2 backpacks. And they had a total of over 10 pounds of cocaine, roughly 4.75 kilos, and the range is anywhere from $175,000 to $200,000 in street value. Have you ever heard of a story like this? Someone trying to bring, $200,000 back in cocaine and drugs. I don't really know what they thought they were going to get away with this, because Miami and like Fort Lauderdale, there's drug sniffing dogs all over the place when you disembark the ship. So I thought that was a really interesting thing. Like I said, I don't know what they were thinking. Story number 2, and this is Carnival Cruise Line issuing refunds to their passengers due to AC issues. This happened on the Carnival Sunshine, and what they did is they are issuing 50% refunds to passengers each day that their cabin was above ideal range. Now, I was like, well, what is ideal range? Because me in Florida might have a different ideal range from you, let's say, in New York. So that was a little, I was like, what does that mean? So apparently ideal range, 72 degrees. Now, I thought, well, that's, if temperatures are 75 or whatever, but apparently temperatures were over 80, like 80 to 85 degrees. You're going to get humidity with that, and that's just miserable. I can't imagine. I actually I feel sorry for the passengers having to try to sleep with that. There was reports of many people leaving their doors open because the cabins were so hot that actually the hallways were cooler and there was cool air coming in from the hallways. So, and I thought, all right, well, 50% refund, that seems fair, right? Well, it went to their shipboard account. So to me, that starts to become Carnival. It's a 5-day cruise. If you have 3 or 4 days, some people are saying every single day they had the issue. 5 days, you need to issue a 50% refund at least for people that had 5 days of issues, and they need to issue that back to their credit card. They don't need to issue them onboard credit, if you go to a specialty dining restaurant or what. No. Issue the refund the right way. That's my opinion. I don't know how you feel about this. Like, there was people on there that were like, hey, we're not even getting refunds. They had to stand in these long lines. I think it's ridiculous. I'm disappointed. What do you guys think? Am I overreacting? And I do that sometimes. Story number 3, and this is the picture of the kids sitting on the balcony railing of a cruise ship. We really didn't have a lot of information on this. It was a picture that's been circulating the internet now for a couple weeks. And what we found out is this was on Royal Caribbean's Serenade of the Seas. It was at Coco Cay, and the picture was taken from the oasis of the seas that was across from it. Now, what I found interesting is, and I want to read this to you, Royal Caribbean told Insider.com that breaches of its guest conduct policy were taken very seriously. Now, I personally think Royal Caribbean has known about this, and they've handled it in a quiet manner. I'm going to ask you as parents, please have a conversation with your kids if you're planning to go on a cruise, even if you've been on multiple cruises, and let them know that they can't do things like this. I get it's not happening all the time, and it's random kids and families, but they have to know that just to get a picture maybe for Instagram or a video for TikTok, this is life or death. And there's been too many kids, one too many kids, that have fallen off of cruise ships, that have done silly and dumb things and have died. And I just hope that you have a conversation with them. Let them know. Show them these stories. It's not worth it. And look, I love all those platforms. I post there. But you don't need to be hanging off of a side of a cruise ship for a picture or for a video, or because you forgot a key and one of the kids that fell off a cruise ship. Let them know, hey, you can't do this. I personally hope that Royal Caribbean banned these people for life. I really wish they would come out and make an example of them and say, we have banned these people for life from our cruise lines because of this conduct policy. So what would you have done if you were standing out on your balcony on the Oasis of the Seas, looked across and seen two kids sitting on a balcony railing like that? I'd love to hear in the comments what you would have done. I appreciate you guys watching. If you could, please give this video a like. Consider subscribing, as I post shorts every single day of cruise news, and I also do long videos on Saturdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you next week. Happy cruising.